Live in Los Angeles at one of Mayor Eric Garcetti's A-Bridge shelters, I'm Chace Beech.
The homeless crisis worsens in Los Angeles, and experts are working to find a solution and even prevent a possible coronavirus outbreak within the community. I'm Brogan Kroener.
And I'm Leach. See It Live starts now.
And I don't know how we're going to pay for it. But I know that I'm going to keep spending money because a crisis demands that we step up and make this the #1 priority.
Mayor Eric Garcetti's Emergency Housing Initiative has produced 26 temporary housing facilities in Los Angeles so far.
Reporter Chace Beech is live at one of the newest bridge homes in St. Andrew's Place.
So I'm here at the St. Andrew's Place shelter, which is part of Eric Garcetti, Mayor Garcetti's A-Bridge shelter program. He developed this in an effort to get some of LA's 60,000 people experiencing homelessness off the streets and into more permanent housing. They can come in here. There are about 100 or so beds here at this shelter. There are 64 beds for men and 34 for women. And earlier today, I was at the newest A-Bridge shelter on Hope Street in South LA, where I spoke with Mr. Garcetti, with Mayor Garcetti, as well as several other people who helped bring the shelter together.
It's not often that we get to breathe hope back into a world that sometimes feels hopeless.
Today, LA Mayor Eric Garcetti opened the Hope Street shelter. It's part of his Bridge initiative to bring temporary housing to each of LA's 15 districts. He has plans to build more.
I don't know how we're going to pay for it. But I know that I'm going to keep spending money because a crisis demands that we step up and make this the #1 priority.
The Hope Street housing is in Councilmember Curran Price's district.
This is a great resource for the community. It's designed to be a temporary landing for individuals in need. Hopefully within 90 days, 120 days, they'll be transitioned to a permanent housing. Again, this is just designed to get people off the streets who are suffering from homelessness and who feel they have no hope.
In a week's time, 100 people will be staying here at the Bridge House on Hope Street. As soon as they arrive, they'll be provided with warm blankets and a toiletries bag, like this one right here. All the beds are also equipped with electrical outlets and a place for people to safely store their belongings.
We've set up these individual pods here, as I like to say, and they get privacy.
The shelter is also committed to helping people with their health.
It's a full-service medical clinic just on wheels. So we diagnose and treat any medical conditions. We can do full physicals, pap smears, we can do STD screens, full blood work, cholesterol, diabetes. And for this site specifically, we're planning to be here every week. Most of our sites we go at least twice a month. This one, though, we're going to start off as once a week.
Local people experiencing homelessness are looking forward to checking out the new facility.
I'm about to check it out. I've just been told in the county building I could look at it, but you can't go in it yet because it's not open. It's good. It's good. It'll help people be off the street.
Mayor Garcetti believes shelters must do more than just house people.
If it were just a place to rest, it wouldn't be enough. So this is a place to heal, to stabilize, and then to get to a permanent solution. It's a different kind of model and one that's had already huge success in moving people into a plan to get permanently housed, not just temporarily.
So earlier this evening, I was chatting with the manager here at the St. Andrew's Street shelter, which is where we are, also known as the bread yard. And he said that this shelter has really changed the dynamic of this neighborhood. There is less crime, and unsurprisingly, there are less homeless encampments, people experiencing homelessness in this area. So we'll see if that is the case again with the new shelter on Hope Street. Another really awesome thing about these shelters is that they allow pets to come in. So there is a place for pets to kind of run around. Pets are welcomed. And that is super important to a lot of people experiencing homelessness. Their pets are part of their small families. This is not going to solve the homelessness crisis by any means, but it is a step in the right direction. For Annenberg Media in South LA, I'm Chace Beech. Back to you, Keith.
Thanks, Chace. Every year, the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority organizes volunteers to count and track LA's homeless. The August 2019 count found that nearly 59,000 homeless people live in LA County. This is a 12% increase over last year. Homeless families have increased by 6%, homeless youth was up by 24%, and there was an 8% increase in homeless seniors. 29% of all homeless report a mental illness and/or substance abuse. 75% of LA's homeless are living on the streets. The number of homeless veterans slightly decreased from 2018 to 2019, and chronic homelessness increased by 17%. The majority of LA's homeless have lived in the county for over 10 years.
With so many people sleeping on the streets and coronavirus fears growing, the Los Angeles Emergency Management Department is currently working on a plan to prevent the potential spread of COVID-19.
There's a team working on it. The county is planning on shelter support, going to the shelters where the homeless population are, or the housing where the homeless population are, to educate them, to assist them, to add hygiene measures, to ensure that we're addressing their concerns and their issues. This is just happening. We're just planning for it. But right now is to have additional personnel, basically, along with the county health department. Zero in on the source, isolating it. It's like we do for the general population. The answer to this right now is to ensure that you're isolating the virus itself. You're getting it away from everybody. The same thing needs to be duplicated for all the population. We're not panicking, but again, the declaration ensures that we have the proper resources.
Sahakian says the Emergency Operations Center in downtown, which you can see right here, works on 3 levels of activation, with level 1 being the most severe. COVID-19 is currently activated at the lowest, level 3, which means the center is bringing all departments together to coordinate resources. They've been working for the past 3 weeks, and Sahakian says the best preventative measure right now is to simply keep good hygiene.
Researchers at the USC School of Public Policy are working to find solutions to the homeless crisis. Dr. Gary Painter is the director of the Homeless Policy Research Institute.
As the director of the Price Center for Social Innovation, what we try to do is to discover new solutions to some of our most intractable problems. And without a doubt, the problem of homelessness, or more broadly housing insecurity here in California, is one that we have to tackle. In some ways, what we do is we try to respond to requests. So if the Deputy Mayor, Christina Miller, has a question that Mayor Garcetti has asked her about homelessness she doesn't have an answer for, she'll call us to say, what do we know about best practices around how do you support kids in school, for instance. We can make progress because with good policy, with good coordination, and with really a new process of social change, we can get to where we want to go, which is to end homelessness.
Dr. Painter explained that the leading cause of homelessness is an inability to pay rent. He says providing temporary housing for people has a major effect on getting them back on their feet. Federal financial aid records show that an alarming 58,000 college students are homeless nationwide. The USD Homelessness Initiative was created in 2016 to combat the issue on campus and in the LA area. The director hopes all students understand the severity of this problem.
The idea is to help ensure that our students really learn and understand what homelessness is all about. There are really a lot of opportunities for our students on campus. People can go through the JEP program, and there's a whole section on there called Understanding Homelessness Through Service, and a list of places they can volunteer. I want everyone to recognize that whatever area that they're interested in, there's an intersection around housing and homelessness, and for them to explore that, use their opportunities for research and study, as well as any opportunities to get involved.
We will hope to develop stronger relationships with the greater LA community and to expand the initiative's efforts under the leadership of President Carol Folt. Tomorrow, Mayor Eric Garcetti and other city leaders will announce a historic funding request to fight homelessness.
The USC Schwarzenegger Institute is looking for ways to engage with student activists on the topic of homelessness. The organization's global director talked with Annenberg Media about the initiative.
Well, I think anybody who lives in Los Angeles sees the problem every day. You really can't go to any corner in the city or the county and not encounter homelessness. So we decided to really use our convening power in partnership with the Center for Social Innovation that has the academic expertise in dealing with homelessness and addressing the problem. But there's a lot of great organizations out there doing a lot of great work. We're happy to do some matchmaking if students would like that. We'd love to engage more with students. That's a real priority for us. And also if any students have ideas of things that they want to work on and we can help with that, or we can help amplify, please come and talk to me.
Davis and his team hope their open door policy will help students feel encouraged and welcome to explore activism in homelessness or any other topic of interest. Student volunteers have come together to help their peers struggling with homelessness. The student-run Trojan Shelter Hub helps not only people at USC, but also those at surrounding community colleges.
Trojan Shelter is a shelter for college students, and so what we offer is a bed to sleep in 7 days a week, 3 meals a day, and then we also provide case management and other resources for our residents to succeed in school, but also find plans after the term at the shelter so they can have stable living and finish their degree of college. There's college homelessness. There's a huge population of students whose needs are not met. If you have everything provided for you, being a student at USC is still difficult. Having this added dimension of not knowing where you're going to sleep or if you're going to have your next meal just adds so much stress.
The club trains volunteers to run up to 2 shelters under the nonprofit Students for Students. They welcome those from ages 18 to 25 who are homeless. The shelter offers a bed, showers, personal storage lockers, and they also provide meals daily.
Annenberg professor Mary Murphy has been actively working to help the homeless. She's been involved with nonprofit The Midnight Mission for the last 30 years.
I became involved because the man who runs the Midnight Mission had a fascinating journalistic story. He was on Skid Row, was kicked out of the Midnight Mission, became a famous advertising executive, quit, and came back to run the Midnight Mission. But now it has expanded into a mission for people who need a bed and food, a women's facility for people who are women, mostly domestic abuse, and it's also a facility of job training.
The Midnight Mission is always looking for volunteers to help with meal services, giveaways, and special projects. For 25 years, Homelessness has been helping people between the ages of 18 to 25 in the cycle of homelessness. Located in Boyle Heights, Homelessness serves communities throughout Southeast Los Angeles.
Homelessness is helping me by paying my rent, by meeting with me weekly to assure that I'm saving money, to assure that I'm emotionally stable, that I have a plan, and that I have goals and aspirations, and that I have a deadline to reach those goals. Making sure that I don't go backwards, but I go forward.
Homelessness offers more than 300 beds and a variety of short-term and permanent housing solutions. They also work with community colleges throughout LA County to provide housing support to homeless students through rental subsidies. For more information and to donate, you can visit homelessnessincorporated.org. As always, thank you for watching See It Live. From everyone here at Annenberg Media, I'm Keith Leach.
And I'm Brogan Kroener. You can watch us on the web at uscannenbergmedia.com. Good night.